Dr. Sen Gupta, and all the team MRL. So for having shown such a wonderful response to this series of talks. Thank you, everyone. Each of you participants have really contributed to this series of sessions. It really pushed me to rethink about the Gita, how to present it. Some of your questions were very thought-provoking. So I have learned a lot through this series of talks. I thank each of you participants for contributing your ideas, your thoughts, and also listening patiently as I keep talking. You find the first hour I'm only talking, I'm not listening. And apologies if I have had sometimes I have missed the timing, so I overshot the timing, or I came in a bit late because of some either technical issue or some personal issue. Right? So please, my apologies for any glitch in this series of talks. And I'm very happy to see the conclusion of this set of talks. A bit sad because I'll miss most of you in the coming weeks. Right? So I think the sentiment is shared by all of you. Right? So anything which you'd like to share? So in the next 5 minutes, I think we can dedicate to that. Yes. Kusum ji, Rajni ji, Mahadevan ji,
We've
and
gained a lot.
ji, boliye.
We have gained a lot. So much, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I think the spiritual journey will be on. Picnics we forget after short memories, but this is something which will continue, even though we will miss the physical presence. But you have sown the seeds, it has to go. It can never go back. Thank you so much.
Yeah. For me, Acharya ji, this is the first time I am listening to a Bhagavad Gita discourse. And I should have listened to this much earlier, because I feel, because that is the amount of positiveness which has come from your 25 sessions. Learned a lot. Thank you very much.
That's wonderful.
Very much.
It will be nice if you can share these thoughts on WhatsApp also.
Sure.
Right? So
sure.
This applies to all of you.
Yes.
It will be nice to keep it on record so that I treasure your feedback. I treasure your thoughts.
Thank you.
Yes. Anyone else? All right. We'll start with the prayers. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gajananam Bhutaganadisevitam Kapitta Jambo Palasara Bhakshitam Umasutam Shoka Vinashakaranam Namami Vigneshwara Pada Pankajam Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Brahmanandam Paramaspadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatītam Gagana Sadusham तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। सदा स्मेरभक्त्रं कृपापूर्णनेत्रं स्थिरं दीनमित्रं जनप्रीतिपात्रं सुविज्ञातशास्त्रं कषायाप्तवस्त्रं दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे। We'll chant the Dhyana shlokas for Bhagavad Gita. Parthaya Pratibodhitam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadham Bhagavad-gite Bhavatveshinim Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudramarutastunnvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadai Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tatgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam na Vidussura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. We come to the last chapter of Bhagavad Gita, is chapter 18. Arjuna asks a question. What is the difference between sannyasa and tyaga? Because both have very similar meanings. So Arjuna wants to know the difference. So Krishna points out the difference. Kamyanam karmanam nyasam. I'll share the screen. I hope you can see the screen. Chapter 18, can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kamyanam karmanam nyasam sannyasam kavayo viduho sarva karma phalatyagam prahustyagam vichakshanaha. Giving up of desire-based activities is said to be sannyasa by the wise, and letting go the dependence on all karma phala is said to be tyaga. Okay, so giving up of karma, kamya karma. Kamya karma is desire-based activities. So giving that up, that means you are not interested in gadi, bangla, bank balance. Okay, so you are only interested in gaining tranquility and fulfillment. So that is said to be sannyasa. Whereas sarva karma phalat tyagam. So letting go the results of karma is said to be tyaga. So Giving up karma is said to be sannyasa. Letting go of the results of karma is said to be tyaga. Okay, can you see the difference? Krishna talks about sannyasa from different standpoints. Here is talking about sannyasa from the lifestyle point of view. So from the lifestyle point of view, there are sannyasis who have given up all desire-based activities and they are living a life of contemplation. They live as sannyasis, either wandering from place to place or sitting somewhere in a remote place and just meditating or teaching their students. So they have given up their grahastha lifestyle and they're living like sannyasis. So this is a lifestyle based description of sannyasa. So giving up of karma is sannyasa. What about tyaga? Letting go of the results of karma, whether it is desire based or not. When the result comes, you accept it as prasadam. Okay. So that type of attitude, when you have, you're not dependent on the results. You're willing to accept the results, whatever they are, whether you like it or not. So that type of acceptance is called tyaga. What you have given up is not the result of karma. What you have given up is a dependence on the results. Right? So this clarifies a lot of things, a lot of doubts in people's minds. How can you give up karma phala? Okay, we are doing karma in order to gain a result. So how can you say give up the result? True, you cannot give up the result, but you can give up the dependence on the result. The result may come according to your expectation. It may be less than what you expect. It can be more than what you expect, or it can be totally contradictory to what you expect. Okay. So all four types of results are possible. And if you're open to all these four types of results, you're open to accept whatever comes. Not passively, but with active sense of I am being blessed by the result. This result is coming from Ishvara. Whatever comes from Ishvara is a blessing. Whether I like it, I don't like it, does not matter. I am willing to accept it. So I surrender the result unto the Lord. So let the Lord take care of the result. I will take care of my action. So this type of karma yoga attitude is called as prasada buddhi. Okay. There is another kind of karma yoga attitude which is called Ishvara Arpanam. Ishvara Arpanam is whatever karmas that you are doing, you dedicate it unto Ishvara. So you are doing it as a mark of gratitude. Ishvara has given me two hands, he has given me two legs, he has given me a mind, he has given me an active body. He has given me wisdom to think. Therefore, I owe Ishvara a return gift. The return gift is I will do my actions, whatever actions that are there. I will base it on dharma because that is what is the will of Ishvara. The will of Ishvara is that I do whatever karmas that I am doing according to dharma. So dharma is appropriate action. Actions that are appropriate in the time and place that is situational. So I will not transgress dharma, I will act according to dharma, and even if it is a painful activity, if it is dharma, I will go by it. I will honor dharma, and in the process, I am honoring the lawgiver. Ishvara is the lawgiver. I am honoring him by honoring his dharma. So this is my dedication unto the Lord. Okay, whatever karma that I do it in dedication. I dedicate this action to the Lord. This attitude is called Ishvara Arpana Bhava. This applies to both Kamya Karma and Nitya Karma. Kamya Karma is desire-based activities. I may do a lot of things to fulfill my desires. Krishna says that is okay. But when you do that action, recognize that all your capacities are my blessings. So Ishvara has blessed you with hands, legs, and resources. So I remember Ishvara's grace while doing the karma. So this is called dedication. I dedicate my karma to Ishvara. Okay. So as I said, it may be desire-based or it may be my duty-based activity. So either way, I dedicate my actions unto Ishvara. It is a form of saying thank you. Thank you, Ishvara, for all that you have blessed me with. So my return gift is, I will do what is appropriate and within your laws of creation. Ishvara Arpana. So these are the two Karma Yoga attitudes, right? Here in chapter 18, we are not talking about Karma Yoga attitudes per se. We are talking about lifestyle, two lifestyles. One is a sannyasa lifestyle in which you are given up desire-based activities. So that is sannyasa. And tyaga can also be equated with karma yoga. So both the attitudes of karma yoga will come under tyaga. So for a householder, for a normal lay person, letting go is in terms of tyaga, not sannyasa. Okay, for a person who has gone beyond the grahastha ashrama setup, the person who is dedicated his whole life only to spirituality, nothing else, that person is called a sannyasi. A person who is following the rules of grahastha ashrama, pursuing his desire for self and family and for the society. So such a person, his letting go is in terms of tyaga. Right? Now, again, regarding the sannyasa lifestyle, there is a question mark. There is a doubt. Should the sannyasi, in his lifestyle of sannyasa, should he give up all actions? Krishna says, no, even for the lifestyle of a sannyasi, all actions should not be given up. There are some activities which are spiritual that should be pursued. Even if you are a sannyasi by lifestyle, please pursue the spiritual activities. Next verse says, verse 5, Yajna, Dana, Tapa, Karma, na tyajyam. Do not give up spiritual activities like Yajna, Dana, and Tapaha. Karyameva tat. They are to be done. Even for a sannyasi, these type of activities are to be done. Right? Why? Because the sannyasi is living a lifestyle of meditation. Okay. He is expected to concentrate his whole mind on the fulfillment of his spiritual pursuit. right? But in actual practice, people are human. So being human, even living a life of a sannyasi, your mind may be wandering around. Your mind may be hooked onto something or the other. A very interesting situation is a sannyasi who was attached to his kamandalu. Okay, he was so attached to his kamandalu that his whole mind was, kamandalu is a water pot. Okay, so his whole mind was all the time focused on that water pot. So for him, he had given up wife, family, children, everything he has given up, but he's still holding on to the water pot. Okay, so this is called an idle mind. An idle mind will replace what you have given up, you will replace it with something else. So Krishna says, in such a situation, it is better not to keep an empty mind. May you be involved in spiritual activities. Yajna, dana, tapaha. Okay, yajna is rituals, dana is charity, and tapaha is self-discipline. So this kind of karmas may the sannyasi pursue. Yajnodana tapaschaiva pavanani manishinam. These activities are a blessing to mankind. So they help you to mature and be ready for sannyasa. Sannyasa is a lifestyle which gives you ample time to pursue self-knowledge, to pursue Vedanta, to pursue your ultimate fulfillment. Okay. Now Krishna says, even these karmas, etanyapitu karmani, sangam tyaktva phalani cha. Even while doing these activities, you can have the attitude of karma yoga. Even for a sannyasi, whatever spiritual activities that he is doing, may he do it with the attitude of karma yoga. Sangam tyaktva phalani cha. Give up your dependence on the karma and on the result. Okay. Kartavyani, these are to be done with the attitude of karma yoga, so that he is a sannyasi by lifestyle. He is also a sannyasi in terms of karma yoga. Okay. Krishna clarifies in verse number 11, Nahi deha brita shakyam tyaktum karmani asheshataha. No human being can give up all activity totally. It is impossible to give up all activity totally. Therefore, you have to choose between one action and another. When you are in such a situation, if you've given up all other actions, hold on to some actions which are spiritual. So ultimately, yastu karma phalatyagi satyagi iti abhidiyate. Whether you're a sannyasi or whether you're a grasta, if you are a karma phalatyagi, if you let go the dependence on the karma, then you are a tyagi. Okay. Even a sannyasi can be a tyagi in terms of karma yoga. Even a grasta can be a tyagi in terms of karma yoga. Okay. In verse 14, Krishna talks about 5 types of factors that affect any karma. Any activity involves 5 factors. Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam cha pritagvidam vividhasya pritak cheshtaha daivam chaiva atra panchamam. Adhishtanam is a body. Karta is the agent of action. Karanam is the instrument of action. Your sense organs, your mind, your hands and legs, they're all instruments of action. Vividasya pritak cheshta. Different kinds of, you can say, processes. When you're acting, sitting, standing, these are all cheshtaha. Okay. You are going to work, you're traveling in a bus, or you are teaching something, you are learning something, all this is chesta. So chesta means some form of action. So adhishtanam, body, karta is the agent, karanam is the instrument, chesta is activity, and fifth factor is called daivam. Daivam is your past karma, all your past karma, which is recorded in your name. You don't see it, but it is there in your name, and it comes sometimes in the form of good luck, sometimes it comes in the form of bad luck. Okay, so good luck and bad luck. You say, I don't know how it came. Krishna says, all this is your own karma, which is coming back. It is catching up on you. The karma that you do at one stage in life will catch up at some other stage in life. It can be in one lifetime. It can be over many lifetimes. So these are the 5 factors. Take care of these 5 factors if you want success in life. If you really want success in life, have a healthy body, be focused on your goals as an agent of karma. Karanam, keep your instruments sharp and useful. Okay? And participate in activity, don't be idle. And trust that there is a hidden factor which is called Daivam. So surrender to that. You can do this much physically, mentally. Beyond that, you can only pray. So pray for success. Okay? Work for success, plan for success, prepare for success, become ready for success, take action for success, and surrender in prayer for success. Right? There is no guarantee prayer will give you success, but definitely it will give you a lot of peace of mind, number one. It will also give you an assurance that even the bad luck that is there in my name, prayer can reduce that bad luck to some extent. Okay. There's a very interesting story of this mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. The mother-in-law is constantly doing this japa, okay, with her beads. She kept on muttering, and in between, from time to time, as she's doing this mantra, she used to keep on instructing the daughter-in-law, do this, don't do that. So all the time, she's watching the daughter-in-law. And the daughter-in-law is getting upset. And she says, why can't my mother pray in peace? Why she should interrupt all her prayers and keep on micromanaging me? So she was very upset. So she came to my teacher and she says, I have a problem. So I can never do anything without my mother-in-law interrupting me. She should be praying, but her mind is never there. Her mind is always on me. So my teacher, Swamiji, Puja Swami Dayananji, he said, be thankful that she is praying. Be very thankful that she is praying. To that extent, she is not micromanaging you. Okay. When she interrupts her prayer, she is micromanaging you. But because she is praying, to that extent, that micromanagement is reduced. So be thankful that she is praying. That prayer has an effect. To that extent, it has insulated you from her, what you can say, from her tongue. Right? So don't say that prayer has no effect. It has an effect, but it may not be noticed because there are other factors also involved. Right? Krishna says, whatever activity, whether a rightful activity or wrongful activity, all activity depends on these 5 factors. So take care of these 5 factors. Adhishtanam, body, karta, agent, karanam, instrument, chesta, activity, and daivam. Daivam is, you can say, prayer. So all this, when they come together, success is 90% assured. 10% there is a possibility of failure. Don't worry about that failure. Accept that as part of your learning. Right? Now, verse 16 is very important. Tatraivam sati kartaram atmanam kevalam tu yaha pashyati akrita buddhitvat na sapashyati durmatihi. Real sannyasa is a knowledge that I am free from all activity. I am different from the body. I am different from the mind. I am different from all these 5 factors. All these 5 factors are connected with things associated with me. None of them are directly part of me. Okay, my body is not me. My agency is not me. My instrument, my mind and sense organs, they are not me. My activity is not me. And even good luck, bad luck does not touch me. They all touch my personality, which includes my body and mind. My personality is not me. My personality is add-on. Okay. This add-on is very interesting. It is added on without really being added on. What does it mean? It means there is an appearance of body and mind. If you analyze the body and mind, they are nothing but a series of changing conditions over time. What does it mean? My body, when it was 2-year-old, it was different. Now that it is 60-year-old, it has changed. It has transformed. Right? So what you call as body is just a label. Can you get this? Your body is just a label for a series of changes from my childhood to this time. My body is a label. My mind is a label. My agency is a label. My activities are labels. Even good luck, bad luck is labels. All these labels are connected to appearance. They are not connected to reality. Who am I? I am reality who does not change. Therefore, I am beyond activity. I am beyond good luck, bad luck. I am beyond success and failure. I am beyond recognition and non-recognition. I am beyond joy and sorrow. I am untouched by all this. All this are associated to the labels that are connected to me. None of them are me. I am free from all that. That means I am free from all activity. I am a Nitya Sannyasi. Can you get this? You are a Nitya Sannyasi. You are ever free from action. You are never connected to any action. You are a Nitya Sannyasi. So, if you mistake the agent as yourself, if you mistake this agency as yourself, I am the one who is doing all activity. If you have that notion, I am doing all this activity, that means you do not know your real nature. If you know your real nature, you say, I am free from all activity. This is what in chapter 4, Krishna talked about King Janaka. King Janaka was a learned person. He was a wise person. He knew that as reality, he is free from all activity. But he had a role as a king. So he played the role as a king, connected to activity. He did a lot of activity, fully knowing that all this are part of my roles They are part of my add-on personality. None of them are connected to me. Therefore, he had this two-in-one vision. I am hungry, I am thirsty, I am free from hunger, I am free from thirst. I am walking, I am free from walking. I am talking, I am free from talking. I am thinking, I am free from thinking. So this is a two-in-one vision. One is reality, other is appearance. So who are you? You are the changeless, akarta, non-doing self, and you appear as a doer self, as the one who is doing activity. So all activity is what Acharya Shankaracharya, he says, all activities are based on the notion, I am the doer. Okay. Without this notion, I am the doer, no action is possible. But that I am the doer notion is based in appearance, not reality. If you mistake that appearance as reality, you are in ignorance. If you recognize I am the doer is part of appearance, you are enlightened. So this is the difference between freedom and bondage. In ignorance, you are bound to doership, you are bound to ignorance, you are bound to activity. In knowledge, you are free from doership, you are free from the agency, you are free from activity. Okay. So in reality, you are always a sannyasi. In appearance, you may be a grasta, you may be a sannyasi, you may be Indian, you may be Westerner, you may be anything. All that is part of appearance, except life as a play of appearance. None of this really touch me where it matters. What matters is reality, and reality is free from pain. Pain is part of the play of appearance. I like to call it as a shadow play. So in shadow play, a lot of things happen, but none of them touch me. Just imagine that a truck has run over your shadow. What will happen? A truck has run over your shadow. What happens to you? Nothing. Why? It is just a shadow. It is not me. Can you recognize whatever happens to you physically, mentally, emotionally? They're all part of shadow play. They're all part of a leela. The leela, it is a play of the Lord. The Lord has become different individuals and he is going through this play of joy and sorrow. The Lord has taken avatar in different forms. So he is there as a teacher, he is present as a student, he is present as an employee, as an employer, he is present as an animal, human being, and devatas. He is present in different ways. He is playing the game of appearance. All this is part of his shadow play. Ishvara is free from the shadow. Ishvara is reality. And what is that reality? It is one whole, undivided, limitless, timeless, conscious reality. Okay. That one whole, undivided, conscious reality is right here, right now. It is present as you, the one who is free from all activity. You are one whole, undivided, limitless, conscious reality. Know yourself and become free. Okay. Krishna talks about the one who has become many, sarva bhuteshu yena ekam bhavam avyayam ikshate. In all beings and things, in this world of difference, one who sees only oneness, that oneness is beyond all difference, that oneness is reality. Difference is part of appearance, oneness is reality. So that reality is undivided. It is present in all divided things. So that recognition, that knowledge that a wise man has, that knowledge is said to be Satvikam. It is Sattvic knowledge. Rajas and Tamas sees only difference. In Sattva, you see oneness. It is not that you don't see difference. You see difference, but it is limited to appearance. Difference is part of appearance. Oneness is reality. Appearance does not carry forward to reality. No matter how problematic the appearance, it does not carry forward to reality. It remains within appearance. Can you get this logic? Sorrow remains within appearance. It does not carry forward to reality. And who are you? You are reality untouched by appearance. Therefore, you are free from sorrow. This is what in second chapter Gita, Krishna says, you are grieving for something that does not deserve grief. Okay, if you know none of these kings are subject to death, you are not subject to death, I am not subject to death. So where is the question of grief? We are all eternal. So this knowledge is said to be Sattvic. Knowledge of difference, when you take difference as real, that is Rajasic or Tamasic. How does a person with this Sattvic knowledge, how does he function? Niyatam sangarahitam aragat veshata kritam afala prepsuna karma yattat satvikam uchyate. So a person who does his niyata karma, his duties, he does free from sangha. Sangha is normally translated attachment. I would like to call it as a dependence on things. Okay. So when you depend on your household, when you depend on your hands and legs, when you depend on your securities, when you depend on your other people to take care of you. So all dependence, a person has gone beyond. We interact with each other. Yes, we depend on each other, but the dependence is limited. Don't make it total dependence. Okay. When you have total dependence, you are totally in for you can say disappointment. The more you depend on things, the more you are in for disappointment, because things can never be perfect. If you depend on things to be perfect, you'll always feel cheated. So learn to have that Sangarahityam. Do not depend on objects beyond functional need. Depend on things functionally, not emotionally. Two types of dependence. One is for functioning, you depend on each other, right? But emotionally, don't depend. Don't put your life into somebody else's hands. Don't make that person have the power over you to make you happy or sad. Don't give the stick to another person to beat you. Okay? So learn to recognize that I choose my happiness, I choose my sadness. I will work with other people. I can depend with others functionally, but emotionally I should be free. That emotional freedom comes from Sattvika Jnanam. I am absolutely independent. Nothing really can touch me. Nothing can break me. I am indestructible. Again, a Sattvic person is said to be Mukta Sangaha Anaham Vadi. The person is not centered on himself. he has got a holistic attitude. He considers all factors. He is not only focused on himself. Okay. Therefore, anahamvadi, he does not have an over sense of self-importance. So don't have an over sense of self-importance. Learn to be modest and recognize that without the contribution of others in my life, I could not be successful. Always give thanks and recognize contributions from others, from nature, from Ishvara also. So the person who is not egoistic and dhriti utsaha samanvitaha, he is endowed with determination and enterprise. Okay, he's an entrepreneur, sahasam. He has got a lot of enthusiasm and he does not give up. If he decides to do something, he will go all the way. At the same time, siddhi asiddhyoho nirvikaraha. He is not depressed or unduly elated because of success and failure. Such a karta is said to be satvikam. Okay. We'll go to, I'll skip some of the verses. I had selected some verses, but I'm going to skip it. I'll take only the important verses. These three gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas, are part of every person's makeup. Whether you're a sannyasi, whether you're a grahastha, whether you're ignorant, whether you are a wise person, whether you are young or old, it does not matter. Everyone is connected to these three, sattva, rajas, and tamas. This is part of Prakriti. Understand Prakriti as the creative force. The creative force is active in this play of appearance. Therefore, even a sannyasi, even a wise person is not exempt from activity. You cannot get away from activity and say, I am a sannyasi. Krishna says, if you think you are getting away from activity, that means please think again. Even when you get away, your mind is still constantly active. Physically, you cannot get away from activity. Learn to accept that I have a life, I am connected to this body and mind. This is part of appearance. And in this world of appearance, I have an important role. This role is assigned to me by the Creator. Therefore, I'll honor that role and fulfill it. So this type of attitude is called sattvam. Okay. But remember, even this sattva is not what you are. This sattva is part of appearance. What you are is beyond sattva. It is beyond rajas. It is beyond tamas. Sattva, rajas, tamas are part of changing creation. You are beyond change. You are the changeless reality in and through all change. So play your role based in sattva. See through your role and recognize you are beyond sattva. It's called the two-in-one attitude. Play your role based in sattva. Look beyond your role to recognize you are free from sattva. You are free from sattva, you are free from rajas, you are free from tamas. Therefore, you don't have to fulfill your life. You are already fulfilled. You are already beyond sattva. There is nothing to be done to become full. You just require to open your eyes, recognize your nature of fullness. You are always full. You are always complete, always secure, always fulfilled. Okay. Success and failure are associated with your roles that you are playing. So play it with the whole heart, exactly like when you play in a football match or a cricket match. When you play, don't say it is just a game. What does it matter? No, play to the hilt. Okay, put your whole energy into that play. At the same time, once the play is over, recognize there is no play. Okay, as long as you're playing, it is real. Once the play is over, you let go. It is just by the way. Swe swe karmani 45. Swe swe karmani abhirataha samsiddhim labate naraha. By pursuing your own allotted karma. Okay, each person has got a role to play in life. So please pursue your allotted activity. Samsiddhim labate naraha. You will gain a fulfillment in terms of maturity. So living a life of karma yoga, you become mature. What is maturity? Maturity is you depend less and less on situations. You depend more and more on yourself. Okay. You depend less and less on things and resources. You depend more and more on your own knowledge, your thinking, your attitudes, and your own fitness, emotional fitness, physical fitness, mental fitness, spiritual fitness. Depend more and more on yourself. Depend less and less on things external. So that when the time comes for you to depart, you can say, I am ready. There is nothing for me to fulfill in this world. I am already independent of things and situations. I am ready to depart. I can close my eyes, feeling that all the things that had to be done, I already fulfilled them. Some things were good, some things were not good. Some things were successful, some things were not successful. All that is by the way. What matters is where I'm going to go after this. If I'm going to some higher world, well, I accept the call. If by knowledge, I discover there is nowhere to go, I don't have to go anywhere. Right here, right now, whether I'm alive, whether I'm not alive, does not matter. I'm already complete. This is the message of Bhagavad Gita. I'm already complete. I'm already fulfilled. Krishna says in verse 55, Bhaktya mam abhijananti yavan yaschasmi tattvataha. With devotion, a person pursues the knowledge of myself and he comes to recognize me in my real nature. Tato mam tattvato jnatva. Having known me in my real nature, having known Ishvara in his real nature, Vishate tad anantaram. A person enters into Ishvara, he becomes one with him. That oneness is not organic oneness, it is not a merger. Okay. It is a discovery that all difference is appearance, oneness is reality. So Ishvara and Jiva. According to one saint, Ramana Maharshi, he says, Ishvara and Jiva, there are two different, you can say, costumes. Ishvara is wearing a different costume. You, the Jiva, are wearing different costumes. Based on the costumes, there is difference. But based on what you really are, there is no difference. When you drop the costume, there is only one. When you assume the costumes, there are many. When you drop the costume, there is only one. Okay. So this is how you recognize oneness with Ishvara. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam 61. Hriddeshe Arjuna Tishtati. Ishvara is seated in everyone's heart. He is present in you. He is also present as you. Okay. It is this Ishvara who is controlling the universe. So everything that happens in the universe, it comes through the hands of Ishvara. Therefore, once I accept whatever happens, it is Ishvara's Icha. Okay. So I don't fight with Ishvara's scheme of things. I learn to flow with it. When I recognize that, Tameva Sharanam Gacha Sarva Bhavena Bharata. Surrender unto that Lord, because He is the one who will release you from all bondage. Tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsasi. By His grace, you will gain ultimate fulfillment. So through bhakti, you will come to know Him in His real essence. And when you recognize His real essence, you will join Him and recognize absolute oneness is reality. Therefore, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, verse 66. Sarva Dharman Parityajya, Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Give up all dependence on all things in the world. Learn to depend only on me, Ishvara. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. As Ishvara, I will release you from all papam, all sin, all dukkham. I will release you, ma shuchaha. Do not have sorrow. Arjuna, don't have the sorrow that you're going to kill your own near and dear ones. Recognize you are not doing this for yourself. You're doing this for a cause. You're doing this for dharma. And dharma is a plan of Ishvara. Therefore, surrender to Ishvara. Do your dharma. Recognize that while you are playing the role, you are the agent. So play it to the hilt. Play it with the whole heart. Don't worry about this action will give me sorrow. Don't worry about that. Do what is the right thing to do and surrender the results unto Ishvara. Let Him take care of it. You do what is appropriate for you. Okay. This is as far as the role is concerned. As far as the real is concerned, there is no room for sorrow because you are not part of appearance. You are reality. You are beyond sorrow. Sorrow is appearance. You are real. Okay. The conclusion of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, the one who teaches this knowledge to other people and those people who listen to this conversation between Arjuna and Krishna. So this process of learning and teaching is called a jnana yajna. So adhyeshyate cha yaimam dharmyam samvadam avayoho jnana yajnena tenaham ishtasyam iti mematihi. So those who perform this jnana yajna, they are most dear to me. Shraddhavan anasuyascha shrunuyad apiyo naraha sopi mukta shubhan lokan prapnuyat punya karmanam. Those people who have Shraddha, they have not studied Gita, but they just listen. Whenever there is a pravachan or wherever there's a chanting of Gita, if you just listen to the Gita, that itself will release you from sin and it will give you ultimate moksha. Okay. This is like saying that in Kali Yuga, you cannot do a lot of good activity because you are restricted by a lot of forces outside who prevent you from doing the right thing. But still, you can take the name of the Lord. Nobody can stop you from that. If you can take the name of the Lord, that itself will release you from great sin. Even if you are not done great charity or great uh, devotional activities, just start with what you can. Do what you can until you can start doing what you can't. Okay. For the time being, you can do only so much. As you go forward, You are increasing your capacity to do the right thing until you start doing more and more things right. Right? So don't worry what you can't do. Start doing what you can. So Krishna says, even if you can listen to Bhagavad Gita, somebody is talking about it or somebody is chanting Gita, just listen to it. That itself will take you a long way towards moksha. Now Arjuna says in 73, Nashto moha smritir labdha. My delusion is gone. My memory has come back, memory of right and wrong. Tvat prasadat maya chuta. Because of your grace, hey Arjuna, hey Krishna, Sthitosmi, I stand up now. Gata sandeha. All my delusion is gone. Karishe vachanam tava. I will do what you have said. I will follow your advice. Karishe vachanam tava. I will fight. I will not worry about the destruction. I will just do what is right for me and leave the results unto the Lord. The last verse, Sanjaya tells Dhritarashtra, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishnaha, Yatra Partho Dhanurdaraha, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutihi, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Wherever Krishna and Arjuna come together, Krishna is a wise person, he is a Yogeshwara. Arjuna is a warrior, he is ready to do what is to be done. When the two come together, success is assured. Shri Vijayaha Bhuti Dhruva Niti. Prosperity, victory, abundance, and Niti. Niti is dharma. So all this will be acquired by you. Okay. So this is the Bhagavad Gita. I will share with you these important verses which I have selected. I will share it with you. And also I want to show you a summary of Bhagavad Gita, which I just collected from the net. I'll just check whether, yeah. Okay, if you can see this. Bhagavad Gita, first chapter is Arjuna's grief. It's called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. So he's obsessed about the tragedy of the war and the relatives that he loves, the teachers that he respects, all of them are going to be destroyed in the war, which Arjuna says, I cannot handle this grief. So Krishna says, there is no reason for sadness. You are not the body. You are the Atma, which is free from death. So learn to keep everything good, bad, and ugly, success and failure. They are by the way. So have a balance, be mature, stop depending more and more on situations. Success and failure are by the way. Start depending on yourself. I can manage success and failure. Which is a better attitude? I cannot handle success and failure, or I can manage success and failure. Therefore, if it comes, we will see. Okay, don't be disheartened, learn to go through it. The third chapter says, so learn to do your activity. Do not have this dependence on the results of karma. Learn to be, somebody said, detached attachment. Detached attachment means have a balance. Okay. So some people are over attached, some people are over detached. Both are a problem. Don't be so over detached, then you forget all your responsibilities. No. Learn to have the right attitude. Wholly perform your actions with a whole heart, but recognize that I do not depend on any of these things. My dependence is based on what I am. Chapter 4 talks about knowledge. All activity, you can convert it into a yajna, in which You are offering activity unto a reality. Reality is free from activity. Everything is Brahman. Okay. So Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavir, Brahmagno, Brahmanahutam, everything is Brahman. All your activity, dedicate it unto Brahman. This becomes a yajna. In a yajna, you are offering something and you are asking for grace. In Jnana Yajna, you are offering all activity. In the process, you are looking for freedom. Chapter 5 tells you that have the sense of equanimity. So learn to be balanced in success and failure. If you have the knowledge of reality, you are not troubled by success or failure. Chapter 6 talks about managing your mind, controlling your mind. Don't let it control you. Okay. Become one with Ishvara, go beyond all thoughts and merge yourself in Ishvara in meditation. Verse number 7 talks about Ishvara as a creator. He says, I create everything, I resolve everything. I am the source, sustainer, and destroyer. Chapter 8 talks about meditation on the Karanam Brahma. The Karanam Brahma is the seed form of Brahman, which is the source of creation. So in the seed, everything is together one. Similarly, try to drown all your thoughts and let it become just a seed form of quietness. Become totally quiet, become totally absorbed in this sense of oneness. So definitely that will have, and that is also a prayer which will have a higher effect. It will take you towards the highest uh, loka, the highest swarga, from which you will not come back. Okay. Chapter 9 talks about I am the creation, I am the creator. Everything in creation is nothing but myself. So have the devotion. There are 4 types of devotees. The best type of devotee is the one who knows the Lord in essence. Chapter 10 talks about the different manifestations of Ishvara. I am everything. I am the sun. I am the moon. I am the stars. I am everything. Chapter 11 gives a demonstration of his diverse forms. Arjuna asks, please reveal yourself to me. So Krishna appears as the universe and says, please look, there is nothing beyond me. I am everything. Chapter 12 talks about devotion. Those who are devoted to me, they become liberated. Chapter 13 talks about the difference between the knower and the known. This body is known, I am the knower, and this knower is present in all bodies. It is not just limited to one body. The knower is present in all bodies. Therefore, don't mistake yourself as a limited being. You are the universal knower. You are, really speaking, one with Ishvara. This knowledge liberates you from all sense of limitation. Chapter 14 talks about the 3 gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas. Krishna says you have to go beyond the 3 gunas. Going beyond is not a process. Going beyond is cognitive. So through this recognition of oneness, go beyond the 3 gunas. Chapter 15 says, Ishvara has become the jiva. Therefore, jiva is not really different from Ishvara. Just a minute. Can you see me? I'll just switch on the light. Please hold on. Oh. So really speaking, Ishvara and Jiva are one and the same. Ishvara has become the Jiva and now is functioning with the mind and sense organs, and he moves from one body to another. All this is a part of Ishvara's play. Right? Chapter 16 talks about the qualities of the noble person and the ignoble person. So Asurik and Daivi. So the Daivi, the noble person, is compassionate. The Asura, he is very harsh and troublesome. He creates problems for himself and others. Chapter 17 talks about, again, how Sattva, Rajas and Tamas express in your taste for food, in your tapas, in your knowledge. So different expressions of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas in and through all your life. Chapter 18 says, perform all your actions as a tyagi and recognize that in and through all these actions, you are free from action. Therefore, give up dependence on all activity and surrender to me. I will free you from all sorrow. Do not succumb to sorrow. Learn to look beyond sorrow. So basically, this is the Bhagavad Gita. We have completed 18 chapters. Somebody said, I have studied all 18 chapters. I have gone through all the chapters, but nothing has happened. So I said, maybe you have gone through all the chapters of Gita. Have all the chapters of Gita gone through you? If they're not gone through you, somewhere they just remain at this level. Okay. From this level, it has gone to this level and it has come to this level. Okay. So you listen and then you digest it and then you somewhere identify with it and then it comes out in your action. Okay, so let Bhagavad Gita go here, to here, to here, and here. Right, so ultimately, this is the Bhagavad Gita. Thank you very much. Anything that you can share? The time is right now. We have a few minutes. Please share.
Many thanks to you, sir.
Yes,
Many thanks. You have enlightened us.
Yeah,
yes,
correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Acharya.
Okay, okay.
Can I say,
think
Acharya ji, one
sorry.
sentence?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I think I had heard about Bhagavad Gita. I had read a few lines of Bhagavad Gita here and there. I have also listened to one or two speakers here and there. But your this extensive and intensive deliberation for 30 hours or so have at least enlightened all of us. I'm sure that enlightened all of us will agree.
Thank you.
At
sir.
least to introspect, usher in a spiritual journey, and try to become sattvic in our thoughts and actions, so that whether we become sannyasi or not, at least by being in the our work field, whatever we are doing, we become sattvic in our thoughts and try to do a spiritual journey, so that when we leave and depart this world, we go to higher loka. So thank you very much for making us understand what we are. Self-knowledge, self-awareness, I think these are the two thoughts which you gave, is extremely important for all of us. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you
Acharya.
very much for your kind words. So it is really, I value it very much. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Acharya ji.
Ma'am.
Thank you
Yes,
very much,
Rajani ma'am.
Acharya ji.
Hari Om, Hari
Yeah,
Om.
it's really enlightening. I mean, we have read and heard also, but still, everything, when you explained, I mean, it is something like, it's there in our minds, and we have to follow the Sattvic marga.
Acharya ji, I've become more curious now to know more about Bhagavad Gita. So you have kindled that flame, So
Yes, ma'am. That is the idea. So to kindle that interest so that you learn more and more.
yeah, thank you so much.
That's the idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Acharya ji. It was wonderful and we were always looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.